And at the time, the demonic maternal carrier, this is part 2. Sorry. At the time of the snowstorm, before it really got bad, I went to Kroger to grab like some bread or something. And the demonic maternal carrier assigned to me, because I don't give her any other title than that, she said, you're going to get, she said my daughter's name, and I said, yeah. She said, but then they say that they weren't closing down. I said, yeah. I said, but I was in Germany, and the way these snow flurries are coming down, no. So I went and got my child. And that story right there really just sums up why I was like, nope, I can't work for nobody, because if they ever tell me I can't go get my child and it's a natural disaster, heck no. Y'all can go ahead and find somebody else. So I know if I stood on that in the United States Army, I definitely would stand on it in the civilian world. So that was another reason I knew I couldn't join the rat race again. The other reason is, if you sit here and you weigh the cost of apartments, houses, rent, mortgage, all this stuff is just crazy. Alternative housing is a whole nother ball game, and that's why we're in a sad state of affairs when you have, like I said, the nomadic life. Some people are doing it because they're like, this is, an easier way for me to live. I want to be free. I want to live. And some people are doing it because they're forced. I see a lot of elderly people that are living in their vehicles now because their social security checks aren't going to hold up to the rent hikes and stuff. There's another channel that I watch called Bob Wells. It's Cheap RV Living, and it's so many elderly people doing this now because they're literally being forced to do it. One guy said, if it wasn't for his van, he'd be homeless on the streets. That's where we're at now, y'all. So is it really an American dream, or is it a nightmare? And for those of y'all that are still in the American dream illusion, I know y'all feel that deep down. Don't get mad at those that decided to do something about it. Figure out how you can do something about it to come out of that mess. So you're not locked in to all this debt and bills. It's a slavery system for all colors, for all races, for all genders. It's a debt system. That's it. It's a debt system. That's all. The American dream is a farce. It is a lie. It is a spell, and it's one hell of a spell. And whoever cast that spell is a bad mamma jamma, because it's just a dream. It's a fake dream. It's a nightmare. On every street. Forget Elm Street. Elm Street, it look pretty bright right now. Elm Street look pretty bright. There's a nightmare on every street. You got people. I remember hearing stories about people setting people up and robbing each other over PPP money. That ain't even their money, and they setting people up and robbing people over that money. See, that system make you do that. That American dream make you do that. It's literally set up to covet thy neighbor, and they tell you in the King James spell book to not covet thy neighbor, but they literally set you up to covet thy neighbor. A lot of people get into this American dream debt crowd because they're trying to outdo the next person. That makes no sense. Be who you gonna be. Be who you are. I'm sitting here doing this YouTube video in a robe. Hot as heck for one. My daggum thing done fell down and everything, and I still don't care. I'm still putting the daggum video up. My hair might look crazy. I don't care. I don't care anymore. That's a part of being free. It's not caring. Shit, I ain't never cared since I was a kid. Good trouble. Still getting good trouble. The truth is the truth. It ain't a sin. Or whatever you may think a sin is. It's true. American dream, American nightmare. Y'all think about this stuff. Think about it. Think about it if you go to sleep at night and you just got the weight of the world on your shoulders. Hello, it's a ladybug. Hmm. It's a ladybug. Yeah, you got the weight of the world on your shoulders. Or you can't go to sleep because you got the weight of the world on your shoulders. With bills. Some kids don't even want to go to college. Have y'all talked to y'all's kids? They're trade schools. If mine could go to a trade school now, I'd let them go. If there wasn't an age limit, I'm going to try to figure it out because that's just me. I'd let them go. People need to think about, those that can live with their family because some of us were born into enemy families, especially if you are hip to all the chaos going on in this crazy 3D world. Yeah, some of them you can't live with your family. I get that. But this American dream is bullcrap, y'all. Like I said, from the jump, they get you out the gate. They won't even give you loan for a land, but they'll give you loan for. Oh, that breeze feels so good. Thank you, Creator. Mm. Next time, I'm just gonna take this crowd down. I don't even care no more. Let's get on my nerves. But out the gate, they give you student loan debt, and then they gonna harass the living daylights out of you. What else? Student loan. Then you got the wedding. You got the house. So you got student loan debt, wedding debt, mortgage, car note, private school. Yeah. They set you up out the gate. Go try to get a loan for some land or to start a small business. It's a little tricky. It's trickier for Americans, which is weird, but that's a whole nother subject. But it's pretty tricky for Americans to get business loans and things of that nature. So yeah. It's American debt system. Capitalism at its unfinest. It's not fine at all. Bullcrap. It's bullcrap for old people to still have to work hard because I can't afford nothing. Can't even afford somewhere to stay. There's so many elderly people living in their vehicles now. Those are brave souls. Anybody that thinks outside of the box in this debt system, in this fake behind American dream, I take my head off to y'all. Not right now because my hair looks a little crazy up under this head. But I take my head off to y'all. I really think y'all are some brave souls because there's a lot of opposition when you don't go with the flow, when you don't go with the crowd, when you don't just go along to get along, when you'll push the envelope or you'll slide that shit across the table. Forget pushing it, you just slide across the table and not care. That takes a lot of gall, takes a lot of guts, and sometimes people are doing it alone. The good thing about YouTube and the internet, this is one good thing about social media, is that you are not alone. There's a big community of us out there now that are saying screw the American dream. Some people even left. Some people went to Mexico. Some people went to South America, Africa, everywhere. There's an exodus. There's definitely an exodus. I don't think that's going to fix the issue because this is a global issue. However, anybody that takes a leap of faith towards their dream, forget American dream. It's about your dream. I think you're pretty badass, and that's pretty cool. And I say stay the course. Don't stop. Keep going. Keep your mouth shut. My mistake was my mistake was telling people I thought were buddies. They were all foes and fake. and enemies. A guy said that on a post last night. Something similar to this. It might have been on one of Tim's videos. I think it was. And he was saying basically not to tell anybody your moves. You know, I watch a few prepper videos and I see them posting their preps and I'm like, that's some, you know, not knocking anybody, but that's a little extra. So, you know, people don't want to be prepared. People don't want to be prepared. They want to do what they want to do. And then for those that, you know, don't conform, they're enemies to them people, which is crazy. The American dream turns into a nightmare, and everybody turns into the characters in a horror movie. Except you really see who the real villain is. Sometimes in the horror movies, if you really sit and logically think back on what all those people did to the actual villains, you'll sit and think, well, damn, are they really the villains? Or was it the people? Not saying they should have went, you know, started killing people and stuff like that. But it turned into a whole horror scene, a horror movie. The American dream turns into a nightmare on every street. Makes you covet thy neighbor. Makes you hate your neighbor. Makes you start hating your own family members that might have a little bit more than you. Sometimes you ain't even gotta have none. It's people that hate on homeless folks, and they're homeless. They might have a tent, they might have a shopping cart, they might have a cardboard box, and people still hate them folks because it's a light within you, and your light was activated, and your creator, whoever you pray to, woke you up and said, hey, it's time to get up out this mess. So if you feel that urge, you feel that gut feeling, even if you are up to your eyeballs and dead right now, figure it out. Start working to get some of that stuff up off of you, because we're heading for some really weird, you know, troubling times. I'm gonna be alright. My little one's gonna be alright. So, but are you that believes this fake American dream, the American nightmare on every street? Forget Elm Street, on every street. Murder, crime, all that, and it's always geared around those FRN notes. It's always geared around that. American Dream makes you covet thy neighbor. Makes you join a scary movie you didn't even know you signed up to audition for. Those of us that are getting out of it, kudos to y'all. Keep rocking, stay strong, keep your mouth shut. Loose lips sink ships. Trust me, I almost sunk my own ship by talking to the wrong people under the guise of friends. And I don't believe in wolves in sheep clothing because they ain't no daggum wolves. They ain't nothing but some daggum sheep in wolves clothing. But they really little Debbie cakes. So watch the Debbie cakes in the sheep and wolves clothing around you. Because if you are taking the steps to get out of the American dream, you are the wolf. You are the lone wolf that will stand alone and do what they feel is right. Y'all be easy out there. Be safe. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button. Click the notification bell so you can get notified for any other time that I decide to drop a video. Y'all stay safe out there and wake up from the spell. Wake up from the nightmare. And do something about it and start working on your dream. Forget the American dream. Work on your dream.